Yo, I put it like wow, this that sound. These oaks don't work hard like me, I hope they know by now. Bayo Bab, stand my ground. Bro, these money trees go overseas like Percy Tau. I'll make sure you stay around. Quiet when I'm under loud. No negatives allowed. Me and positivity took a vow. I always play to win. Don't anticipate loss. Mind always in the clown, my boy. Never think about the drop. Never ever ever think about the drop.
Welcome to it, sports fans. It is the MKT Show. Those letters, Mbulelo Kaile Tutinta. I had a few messages yesterday saying, what does it mean? It's my name. Ego so big I needed my own show. And a massive sign, by the way. Massive sign down here. Probably looks crude if you're looking at it, but I'm not pointing where you're thinking. There's a sign below there. It's got my name. Feels good. Feels great to see it. Feels even better to be Friday. Welcome to it, to the only place to be hanging out. And I told you 2 days ago, is that I don't want to do this by myself. So as I said, we're expanding, we're growing, and we want to make sure that you have the greatest show on this planet. I don't know about other planets. Elon Musk's planning to go to Mars. Maybe they've got better sports shows there. I don't know. What am I supposed to do about that? So having said that, I want to cut to two guys who are both alive and South African. That is about as much of a compliment I can give them. We're joined today for the first time on this beautiful set. We'll start with a man who is officially, by the way, this guy is officially the most Portuguese man in the world, the president of all things Portuguese in Portugueseville. Your favorite, my guy, Paulo Diaz. Paulo, welcome to the new set.
First, as well, we also get our first NBA player.
Yes.
Portugal get our first NBA player. Big day.
Yeah, no, huge. There was a little bit of talk off the set about that, about how he's Portuguese-ish in a way that...
In the ballpark.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm liking the new set, right? So I mean, we've come a long way. We started at the bottom, but now we're here.
Yes.
It is a bit
Drake.
Good
like
song. Good song.
Sex dungeony-ish, if you want me to say.
Yes.
I don't know what's up with the pipes there.
Yes.
Put on notification apps. My family know where I am.
The chains.
The chain thing is worrying me. The gloves for no fingerprints. But we'll go with it. There is a phone, but it's not connected. I can't get out of here. So, but I mean, it's good. I've got to trust the process.
Well, the president's phone isn't accessible to everyone else. This phone is a need-to-know basis. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what that phone's capable of. All you must worry about is that welcome to the new set. You've done way too much for your own mental health.
I have thought about it. It's like a 10-111 phone, actually. It's like no one can reach it and you can't call out. So
Speaking of which, 10-111, Arthur's one also couldn't reach a title, so that makes sense as well.
Oh.
Yeah, Kaizer Chiefs, shout out to him. Paulo, on a very serious note, it is awesome. I mean, we started together. You know, remember when we were sitting at that restaurant and what we wanted to do, and here we are, man.
That's it. And I think we had a lot of plans for the studio, and to see it, it's quite crazy. And listen, I think the thing is to you, your vision. Like, I mean, this is what you saw.
Yes.
Like, from day one. So it's actually like quite surreal to be in here. It's like being in your brain, and that's a scary place to be.
It's a scary place too, is right. By the way, he's joined by a United fan. Good-looking guy. Good-looking-ish, people are saying.
And a good-looking guy, this is a...
Oh, so now I've been downgraded to look good-looking-ish. Yesterday you called me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know
What's wrong?
Hold on, let's address it quick before we finish. You've got good-looking tendencies.
What does that mean?
What
does that mean?
I think that's as fair a
I don't turn this off, eh?
Don't turn this off. Huh? All right, a lot of people saying it's a nightmare for me. Two Man United aficionados. We'll talk a little bit about that. You guys are obviously in here probably going to try and bully me, but you know, I'm undefeated. I already got bullied by the comment section yesterday, Paula. People saying my jacket is disgusting. So, you know, shout out mental health.
Yeah. But otherwise, how are you, brother?
I'm great, guys. How are you guys doing?
No, we will.
All right.
Well, I'm well.
You're well.
For Paula.
Can't speak for Paula. You're Man United fans. It can't be great. So you're doing all right. Good-looking-ish, the president of Portugueseville. Guys, on a real note, it is awesome to have both of you here. Let's get into things. As I do every Friday, I'll give you my Friday five. Since the two gentlemen on my left have celebrated as though Franco Baresi has come home with Varane signing, what I've decided to do is I'm going to give you United's 5 greatest defenders of all time, and we'll definitely chat about that. We'll talk Michael Phelps. Is he the most disrespected human being in the world? Yeah, like, there is no respect for this guy, and it's Olympics, and I'm thinking to myself, I need to spread some love that way. And then we'll talk about Pep Guardiola, and we'll catch up with some social media. I want to talk about Pep's legacy in a little bit, so really looking forward to unpacking all of that. All of that and much more coming up on the MKT Show, and that's coming up after this. Welcome back to that show. It's Friday. It's a feel-good Friday. I feel amazing. I don't know what it is. I don't know what happened in my life. I kind of think right now I'm being good to myself. So the world has been good to me. That's what I think. So, I'm feeling unbelievable this morning. I woke up on time. I got up, I did a little bit of exercise, which feels good. I'm just letting into my life. I mean, this is the mundane things that I do every single day. And I also get to do this show. Before I get into the Friday Five, I want to chat to the gentleman to my left so that Senzo felt what the kids are calling a little triggered yesterday. So before we get into the Friday Five, I want to ask Paulo about Rafael Varane, what he's thinking, where that's going. Are they now going to win the World Cup and the Champions League and the South African Premier League? Because from my understanding, and if you believe the most reliable thing in the world called Twitter, they've now signed Baresi and Nesta together. Paulo, what are you thinking there? Varane, wow, social media loving it. We're back. Maguire's now going to take off. If he looked like that with Stones, imagine what he's going to look like with Varane. And it's how are we feeling there?
There's got to be the separation, right? So like, do I look at this like reasonably, right?
Okay.
I'm going to say a very unreasonable thing.
Yeah.
I don't think there are very few signings you can make that are like no-brainers,
Yeah.
fail-safe. There is nothing in this transfer that says it's a bad transfer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I agree.
Proven winner, 28 years old. We didn't pay a fortune for
yeah.
him. Got done quickly. It's almost like not the United way
Yeah.
anymore to do transfers. Identify, get,
That's-
no hassle.
Lock and load seal.
There's no way this, unless he gets injured first game out for the season, there's no way this isn't a great signing.
Thank
right?
you.
And what makes him a great sign?
Experience.
Yeah.
He's done it all. He's still only 28.
Yeah.
The guy's won everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Remember, listen, he was earmarked for Real Madrid ages ago when he was still in France. I don't even think he had played the first team game
Yeah.
when they were
He
talking
was still
about
a teenager. Yeah.
right? So, and he's done everything, won everything, highest level, played with top performers. Don't forget, Real Madrid, what they were doing in the Champions League with him, wins the World Cup. Like, you cannot, like Ruben Dias when he went last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doubts, Portuguese league, looked a little bit sloppy at Benfica, and of course he was just playing below his level.
Yeah.
This is like an absolute no-brainer. I still see people saying, oh, he won't be quick enough, and what is he going to do when they start crossing the ball? Like, 28-year-old defender, never seen a ball crossed in his life. It's not the coming of Maldini and Baresi, let's be honest about it. But Maguire, and you do make the point, look what Maguire is like next to
John Stones.
Yeah.
Which is
He's
exactly
always
what I
covering
said.
for Lindelof. You got a big problem in that defense called Aaron Wan-Bissaka, which I don't think, now you got Varane who's probably going to sit on that right side of the defense, and he's going to be watching that guy the whole time
Yeah.
in a new league. I think that's probably the
That's synergy.
dynamic.
Yeah.
Has to be worked out.
Yeah.
But, in terms of, there are very few transfers that you go, wow, that's wow.
up there.
That's
up there. Yeah, exactly.
wow. And the common sort of like knowledge is that now will Solskjaer break up McFred?
Yeah.
Let one go. I don't think so. I don't think you have to even.
Yeah.
But listen, it's a great transfer. It's a great transfer all around. I don't think we're going to win the league.
Yes.
Still don't think we're going to win the Champions League.
I agree.
But you're going to go through a list of United's best
Of all time, yeah.
of all time. And you're hard pressed. You're hard pressed to.
But I'll ask you the same question I asked Mbulelo yesterday. Does this narrow the gap between us and City, and does it improve us?
At this point, City haven't done anything. So
Yeah.
City are not better than last season.
Yeah.
Does it narrow the gap? It's a thing here, right? And I think anybody whether you support Chelsea, Liverpool, United, what City have that nobody else has yet. It's not players, it's that consistency.
Yeah.
They're the only guys that can go 10, 12 games winning.
Win.
Yes.
Yeah.
United will play Villa, and what a slog.
That's the
and
thing,
it's hard
and because every time that has happened in the league, look over the past few seasons. Chelsea put together that run where they won 14 in a row. They won the league. Liverpool did it.
2 seasons in a row.
2 seasons in a row.
Yeah.
City, we know they can do it. They've done it countless times. So if you put together that run, let's say you go from August until December, and you've just been winning. That should put you in the driver's seat. It's a wrap.
And I don't think anybody other than City, I don't see it, will go that 10, 12 games win.
Yeah.
Nobody's there.
And
that's the difference. Even, if you're going to say Harry Kane ends up at City,
Yep.
I don't think it dramatically changes how good City are.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
No,
So
he's
they
not.
win-
He's not like. How do you upgrade from prime Aguero 2 years ago?
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're not exactly replacing
It's not like
Mikel
yeah,
Antonio with Harry
exactly,
Kane.
exactly. It's not like it's a missing piece that City need. It doesn't, fly them to the stratosphere. It's like, okay, cool, it's business as usual.
That's it.
I just think that if Harry Kane goes to City, he doesn't score all those goals like he does for Tottenham.
Yeah, because he's not the.
Because now he has to spread it around. Now the ball has
Plus,
to
Phil
go around.
Foden says, by the way, I'm brilliant as well. At Tottenham,
Yeah.
it's like it's Son, Kane. And we've all played football. When the guy is the main guy, even if you're one-on-one, do the right thing.
Yeah.
We're not saying you have to pass, but come on, pal.
Yeah.
You're like, now, Raheem Sterling's telling you, Chief, where were you in Euros?
Yeah.
I've been doing it. So
Yeah.
I totally agree there. But, Paul, I want to ask you something that there were some heathenish things, in my opinion, said yesterday by the man to your right. Now, this Rafael Varane guy, I'm going to ask you 3. The last one might be a little bit of a booby trap for you because I like to do it like that. Is Rafael Varane better than John Terry? See, I like that you thought about it. He just jumped straight to yes. Yeah, like definitely Rafael Varane's better than John Terry. I love that you thought about it.
Because John Terry, how do you say better?
You can't say.
Okay, so you're on the fence.
You know what? John Terry was like, I loved. John Terry's not the most likable person.
No.
But also, he's
I
not
loved the way he played and as a leader.
And he's an all-timer. Like Rafael Varane, he hasn't had a chance to be an all-timer.
Yeah,
Okay, but what do you think?
But listen, they're two guys who've had good careers.
Gun to your head, John Terry, Rafael Varane.
You know what? In a crunch, I'll take John Terry any day.
Okay, so
I've gotta be
JT,
honest.
so that's, he's a reasonable man.
In a crunch.
I'll take John
Okay,
Terry.
Right.
Because John Terry's going to do anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Oh, he's putting himself on the line. Is that what you're getting to?
And distributor as well, right? But okay, fine, John Terry. So Senzo, you'll get your chance. Rio Ferdinand or Rafael Varane?
Ferdinand.
Wow. So what did you say?
I said Varane.
Varane. Okay, so
Ferdinand was a Rolls Royce. You
your
know
thoughts?
what I mean? I've seen enough of Varane. Varane's not a guy coming out of nowhere we haven't seen him. We've watched him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you've seen
Ferdinand
Varane
is
as well. Varane, but Varane's also of the same cloth. If I'm not mistaken, he's also Rolls Royce.
Nah.
He's also Rolls Royce.
Okay, so you're saying Rio.
Ferdinand, yeah.
Okay, so Rio and Senzo says, but he didn't even think about it. Okay, now Paula, and I need you to be honest here. There's a guy from, he represented sort of a country called Portugal. Probably haven't heard of it. His name's Ricardo Carvalho.
Carvalho, done.
All right.
No, even
So,
not
and
even
not biased at all
There's
there.
a huge bias. Carvalho was the closest I've seen to Beckenbauer.
Whoa. But now, okay. Whoa. This is a whole nother argument now. This is another argument.
The Premier.
The sweeper.
Yeah.
The guy who's
libero carrying it out the back.
Come on, guys. Sergio Ramos can do that. No, Sergio Ramos can do that.
Yeah.
If need be, Sergio Ramos can do it. Sergio Ramos is not garbage with the ball at his feet.
No, he can play holding mid, but Carvalho had it.
Okay,
and
but
I saw
Varane does it as well, though.
Carvalho, you could
Varane
put
does it.
Yeah.
at number 10.
No, he was.
And he would
See,
He'll
that
do
I
it.
watched live, but he went straight away.
Wait,
Rafael
hold on.
Varane.
Okay, cool. Right. So, does that mean that John Terry also owes a lot to Ricardo Carvalho?
Yes.
Absolutely. I've always
Hugely.
said Carvalho is the best defender Chelsea's ever had.
And
Absolutely.
And Carvalho's not given the credit because he was with John Terry.
And-
if Carvalho was alone,
Absolutely.
we'd be talking about him the best ever.
Guys,
But
okay.
Terry took that shine.
But no, I say Carvalho, by the way. I saw both of them live. I was a season ticket holder for 2 years at Chelsea.
But besides that, yesterday, you excluded somebody, and then you excluded somebody. Is Thiago Silva better than Rafael Varane? Who are you taking? Prime for prime.
Nice one there, Paulo. He's also kind of
Varane.
Portuguese. Varane over Thiago Silva.
Yeah.
Okay, so we disagree there. But that's good to know. I'm gonna write this stuff down. So Rafael Varane is better than Thiago Silva. I'm gonna write that down.
Yes, he is.
He's better than, because he's gonna get his chance to show me.
Yeah.
By the way, Thiago Silva led the greatest Champions League defense of all time to the final. Unfortunately, hamstring injury.
All time.
No, so
All
we
time,
conceded
this
6
guy.
goals.
Listen to this guy.
No, they conceded 6 goals.
Listen to this
Statistically,
guy.
why are you guys getting emotional about me telling you what
to this
happened? Chelsea.
Okay, no,
It's gonna burn you. But I tell you what, because you guys, Sens always says I have an agenda. All right, so he's better than Thiago Silva. You take John Terry, Rio Ferdinand is better than Varane, and Ricky Carvalho is better than Rafael Varane. Oof, no, it doesn't say.
No, but that's opinion.
But you're also talking about arguably the Premier League's best ever defenders.
Exactly.
Yes.
Versus a guy who hasn't played a game yet.
Yeah, in
So
the
who
Premier
knows? Maybe 3-4 seasons, Varane's up there as well.
Great point. He's got time. We'll see. But I want to give you. I want to go to the best of all time, and then I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts.
Okay,
on
no,
it.
yeah.
I want to ask you, right? I haven't
United's
seen your
best
list
of all
yet.
time. Yes.
Of all time or Premier League?
No, I said United.
All time for me is the modern guys. I never I don't like
so
to
it's
go.
only Premier League.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
like to go
Fine.
McGrath. Like I didn't see him enough,
You didn't see
and
McGrath.
also I don't know.
McGrath was
Where-
better for Villa than
like
he was for United.
Portsmouth.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, he was. Yeah.
Portsmouth were important back then. Like I can't.
Yeah.
Cool, yeah,
Like
yeah,
people get paid now. You can't be a plumber and be playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not like
they're real now.
where's at Villa, and then
Yeah.
when Villa are winning Champions Leagues, but Villa are.
You're not a part-time babysitter as
Yeah.
well as being centre
Yeah,
back.
this
Like,
is your
if
job,
you're
you-
modern, you're better than the
yeah.
old guys. Like
You
I mean,
get
it's
it.
very
This
rare
is
unless
what
you're
you do.
Maradona.
McGrath was a modern defender in olden times.
Stuck in those times.
But yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get to it as I do every Friday. It is the Friday Five. This week we're going to talk about the 5 greatest defenders of all time for me that have worn the Red Devils shirt. It is, listen, it is an honor, and they've had some tank partnerships there, right? We remember the 90s, if you're like me. We remember those 90s. We remember what they did in the late noughties. We remember that. But for me, I'm picking them as individuals, and from what I've seen, as what they've done. All right, the Friday Five. Let's get some of that music and we'll get going. It is the Friday Five. Manchester United's 5 greatest defenders of all time. All right, at number 5, 6 Premier League titles. It's only ever happened twice in the Premier League when somebody has gone 3 on the bounce. It's the same club. It's Manchester United. He was a part of that. He was at the centre of that ball-playing, Rolls-Royce type of centre-back. Ladies and gentlemen, at number 5, the now, according to Man United fans, not so much according to me, but the now great Rio Ferdinand. He's at number 5 for me. At number 4, 4 Prem titles. British record in 1989, £2.3 million. And we saw what happened. Fergie was about to get fired, and then this guy came and he got another mate of his involved. He was a tank and slick back then. At number 4, somebody who I've always regarded in the highest order. He doesn't quite get the credit because maybe he isn't the Rolls Royce of the modern day, but Gary Pallister was an absolute behemoth. If you watched football in the 90s, and I was really fortunate to, my God, what just a human force. And at number 3, it's always debated between the two because they partnered each other, but he had a partner in crime. Forgive me, you could have it either way. But at number 3, no glitz, no glamour, never made the England squad. I think he was the glue more than Pallister. He just no nonsense. He came, a real Geordie, came with and you've seen the nose. At number 3, I mean, no England cap. It's mental. The great, the Titan, that is, Steve Bruce. At number 2, I only needed 79 games of him to see. That's all United got of him, by the way. And I put him this high. I only needed 79 games. Treble, 3 in a row. Let me get the hell out of here because Fergie's going to meet me at a petrol station and sell me. He's a Rolls Royce because it's very rare that you get the brutality, right? And then you also get I don't need to get involved in ugly challenges. The timing is sensational. Ball player as well, educated at Ajax at number 2. The one, the only, possibly the first gorilla/human being in the history of mankind. The terrific Jaap Stam. An all-timer. Is there anything he couldn't do? It's just sensational. I only needed 79 games. You get anomalies in life because I'd like a bigger body of work. But you saw it in the treble. Who do you have? Ronnie Johnson next to him? Who? And it was just a one-man defense. Jaap Stam, unstoppable. At number 1, I don't even want to waste time. The full package for 2 seasons in a row, as they went 3 in a row. And he was helped by a guy called Cristiano Ronaldo. But for 2 seasons in a row, he was the best player in the Premier League. Do you understand the levels you have to be at as a centre-back. He was the best player in the Premier League, not just best centre-back. He was an unstoppable force. He could ball play, and you didn't want any of it. I'm still convinced he was designed in a Baltic laboratory. He's not human, because some of the things he do, I don't want to be this guy. I think he might have eaten babies for breakfast, because this guy, you could see the intimidation through the screen. I'm not going to waste time with what he achieved. He's the full package. Folks, you know when you do your Paolo's married, you get a wedding list. He's the guy you would tick everything, because he's the whole lot. He's Rolls Royce, he's a 4x4, he's a tank. At number 1, and untouchable for me in Premier League history. Forget about Manchester United. Listen, I love John Terry, I love Ricky Carvalho, I love them all. I love Sol Campbell, I love Kolo Toure. But Nemanja Vidic he's got no competition. Listen, I, like every moral, decent human being, hate Manchester United. I cannot stand the sight of anything Man United. But if you deny that Rio Ferdinand is Nemanja Vidic is the greatest CB we've seen, certainly in modern day English football, I don't know what's wrong with you. You either don't know football, or you're an ABU to the point where you've actually gone over the hill and you're now hitting the water and your brains are splattering on the floor. He's the greatest. He is the greatest, and we're all good people that hate United, but there's nothing we can do about this. He is objectively just an unstoppable force. Best player in the league for 2 years. Player, not best centre-back. Hear me correctly now. He's top 10 of all time for me, and he was the rock that they built that team on. Listen, I love Rio Ferdinand. But he's always had a mistake in him, and this guy made him look like he was Paolo Maldini. Right? I like Ferdinand. He was clean, he was Rolls Royce, but we know he had a mistake in him, and Fergie had to come to him and say, stop believing the hype. Vidic, just a babysitter, just a human tank. At number 5, Rio Ferdinand. At number 4, Gary Pallister. At number 3, Steve Bruce. At number 2, Jaap Stam. At number 1, Serbia's finest, Nemanja Vidic. So, gentlemen, that is my list. Ferdinand, Pallister, Bruce, Stam, and I don't know how anyone looks past Vidic, in my opinion.
Paulo, how do you feel about that one?
What? Listen, it's whatever. How do you can move those five around as you want. What's striking though, right, is that you went from Bruce and Pallister into Jaap Stam and whoever, right? Because he was such a force of nature. Into Ferdinand and Vidic. You're talking 20 years, 6 defenders.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
6 defenders. Consistency, that's where you both, and then we stopped. It's taken us all these years to now go, here's a pairing. Yeah. And it just shows you what's important.
Yeah.
What you build success on.
The foundation.
5 guys were your defenders for 20 years.
It's true.
Yeah.
And that's what strikes me.
Your guys, yeah.
And then we stopped.
Yeah.
I want to put there 2 that could have been.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're going to think maybe I'm mad. Timing didn't work. PK and Johnny Evans.
PK?
And Johnny Evans. Those 2 together.
Johnny Evans.
PK would have always gone back to Barcelona, would have given us a couple of years.
Yeah, there's no way Shakira is living in Manchester.
Yeah, true.
PK and, would she even have met?
That's
Who knows?
true.
That's true.
What's she going to do there?
No, but didn't they meet at the World Cup?
Oh, Waka Waka.
Would he have made the World Cup? That's a good point.
That's the thing.
PK and Johnny Evans was... I'd love to have seen a what if, an alternate universe.
Johnny Evans,
because he's doing it at Leicester.
No, but he was doing it at United. It's just at United there were other pieces. You know what I mean? And he was playing backup.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He was always backup, yeah.
But he's always backup.
Hey, at Leicester, he's doing it.
Yeah.
Dude. Like, I'm watching him, I'm like...
You remember they're throwing his name around, might go to City before Ruben Diaz came and all that, yeah.
No,
Johnny Evans,
that's a good shout on Evans, but you would have needed a partner for him.
It's just a what if. It just goes, what, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. Man, I used to love Steve Bruce.
19 goals one season, hey? Penalties or not, the guy scored 19 goals
as a centre
back.
As a centre back.
That Bruce! Goal to win the league.
Yeah.
That goal.
Got Fergie out of his seat.
It's so sad when you watch players who now transition into management and have this weird management career.
Yeah.
And it almost like wipes away the player that they were.
You forget what they did as a player.
Steve Bruce, you see him as this Newcastle manager, and he's stuck handicapped there by Ashley, and people make fun of him.
Yeah.
And you go, like kids, you don't know if you're under 20 years old.
Yeah.
Even maybe young, you don't know what a player that guy was.
But it's like okay, so he didn't play for Man United, but it's like Kevin Keegan. Kevin Keegan, like people forget how good he was as a player.
Great.
He's a clown.
Not good.
He's
Great.
But now because of his
I'd love it. I'd love it. I'd love it.
because of his management career, you just forget. Mark Hughes, same thing.
Yeah, Sparky.
Yeah.
By the way, he went grey in one season. Like the season he came, was it Blackburn? Or
I think when he joined Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah. I was also going to say when he went to Chelsea, that was the end.
Yeah.
That was it.
No, but I meant in management. Like
Yeah,
he had,
management, yeah, one
he was
season.
still dying it
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
One season in the Premier League.
No, it's that 4-3 against City. It's that 4-3.
Michael Owen vibes.
Yeah. So that one destroyed him, man.
That'll do it too. Yeah, listen, the PK thing always makes me. You've raised such a good point, dude. PK is a tough one, eh? Because it feels like nobody anywhere loves him.
I don't know,
Spain
but the
can't
thing is,
stand him. At Barcelona, it's like your
but like,
granddad.
Yeah, but
like,
I think it is a little bit of that. It's
Yeah.
like he's maybe too elite to
be
connect
with the people. Yeah. Because his granddad
but like
is
my
Barcelona.
thing is with PK, right? And don't get me wrong, you know, it's with
Here we go.
No. It's with most
With all due respect.
yeah, no, it's with
I don't want to offend you, but
Yeah.
it's with most Barca guys, right? I think Xavi and Iniesta sat there and they go, "Are you Spanish? Do you want to come with?
Yeah.
Are you Spanish? Do you want to look at Pedro's career. Pedro,
All time.
I don't think Pedro does. I don't think Pedro has the career he has without Xavi and Iniesta.
As you could say, probably for
PK as well.
5 or 6 others. Yeah.
PK. Okay, David Villa was always going to get in there by himself.
Busquets. I'll put Busquets in there.
Home kid.
You really?
Home kid. Yeah. I mean, when you've got those two, it's just. I mean, I love Busquets and he's all time, but when you got those two, you've got 60% of the ball guaranteed
All the time.
no matter who you're playing.
All the
Like,
time.
Yeah.
That does make.
I saw a stat about Xavi in one Champions League game. He had completed 95 passes. So that means there are 90 minutes in a game. That means he's completing a pass in every minute, in less than a minute, every minute.
And the thing about him that I loved is that it doesn't matter what kind of pass. It's like Paul Scholes back in the day, you know, is we kind of see all these stats now and a lot of the guys are just doing side-to-side stuff. With Xavi and Paul Scholes, I've always separated. I think at the top of the tree is Xabi Alonso. I've never seen a passer like him. But with Xavi and Paul Scholes, it's just, it doesn't matter. Is it long ball, short ball, to the keeper, to my 100% passing. Don't worry
I
about it.
see the sort of heir apparent in that is Pedri. You know, we had a chat before the Euros about Pedri, why is he in there, whatever, and I think he showed.
He's elite.
And you watch that kid, that is heir apparent to
But
that.
have you seen him play? Like, but I saw it last season
I like him.
when he was playing with Messi.
Changed my mind.
No, but I saw him last season when he was playing with Messi. Like, it's like his understanding is on another level.
Messi wanted him, he was Messi's guy,
Yeah, he was Messi's guy. It's like the football IQ is...
Who's doing his massages? Because I need that. By the way, at the age of 18, he's played a whole Barca season. A little something called the Euros. And where'd they go? Semis.
Yeah.
Semis.
And he's at something called the Olympics.
Yeah.
He's at the Olympics right now.
No, but they're trying to get it out of... Like, they...
Push it to the limit.
Yeah.
So what do you do
He's
next
young.
season? First 10 games off? Surely, at 18.
Oh, he hasn't gone on holiday.
That's what I'm saying. The guy's gone season, Euros. He's now at the Olympics.
He hasn't had a holiday.
I don't think Barcelona have a choice. They
Yeah.
can't, at this point, they can't register any of their new players.
Yeah, that's
So I
true.
don't think they have a choice. They've
And,
got to register Messi.
Who's the Dutch guy? De Jong, hey? Who's supposed to be in midfield? It is De Jong, and that has been shocking.
Do you think so?
Awful.
But I still back Frankie de Jong.
You think so?
I still back him like...
Ooh, all right.
But it's because Ronald Koeman, one minute he's playing him centre back, the next minute he's playing him centre attacking mid, like an advanced role. He's just like, what am I supposed to
Yeah,
do?
but that's just like Dutch mess around.
Yeah.
As well, what position?
What do you want me to do?
Let's put you everywhere.
Who's the American right back that they got going there? The light skinned
Yeah.
guy. De something, right?
Right.
American kid. What
He
is
sounds
happening?
Brazilian.
Yeah.
Dest, Serginho Dest.
Dest.
Oh, Dest, yeah.
What's going on there? Well,
I
you
don't
had
know.
Danny Alves at a stage.
don't know,
How
bro.
did we get here? How did we get to a place where Danny Alves was once your right back? And what's Jordi Alba thinking? Because
He's
Busquets
like,
fallen
please
off.
don't let Chiellini hug me again.
Yeah.
That's what he's thinking.
Yeah.
He's thinking, where's Chiellini? I can't.
Yeah.
Just keep that man away from me.
Yeah.
But can you imagine just being Jordi Alba? You know, it's one thing to be, let's say, like who left? Like Xavi left, all right?
Yeah.
Or whatever. And to watch it all fall down from the outside. But
Yeah.
Jordi Alba remembers the time.
Yeah, I was there with the Champions League. Like,
Or no, not even. Like, think of the basics. I'm stuck at left back. Now it's 2-on-1. I switch it and Danny Alves is, I don't need to look.
Yeah.
Now, who am I passing to? Dembele. Is that who is
It's crazy, though.
what am I? Jordi Alba's life must be hell right now, whoever his pastor is, overtime.
But you guys alluded to a very important thing about, 20 years, you got 5 defenders.
Yes.
With that being said, right, look at all those guys in the spines that they've played in.
It's all about the spine.
Look at the spines that they've played in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like,
Keane, Carrick,
Scholes.
It's like, yeah, Brian Robson, heard of him?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not
and they keep at the back. At the back, it was short up there at the back. As
Arsenal
Michael
Invincibles.
Yeah.
Arsenal Invincibles. What's it built on? Lehman, Toure, Campbell all-timer. Some guys, Cashley at the left. On the left, obviously, you had to leave to actually go to a successful club. And then you had my guy, Laurent, who's the most confusing person in the world, by the way. I'm not sure if you've ever seen Laurent.
Speaks
Spanish accent.
But he's French. Well, it's Cameroonian. But he speaks French. Yeah.
It's the most hilarious thing you've ever seen. If you haven't done that at home, Laurent is the biggest. He said, Laurent, with the squat, I think Rafa's got a good squat.
But my thing is now, okay, there's always been like a Rolls Royce and a hard guy, right?
Yeah.
Who do you think takes the Rolls Royce? The Rolls Royce Royal.
Because Maguire's not a tough guy.
He isn't.
It's a great question, Paulo.
I don't know if you can play with tough guys anymore. The
can't
rules don't allow it, you know what I mean? Before, so you had that dynamic. I just don't think you need the tough guy anymore because defending is not about that anymore. You can't be I think a Vidic would give away a penalty every 3 games.
Yeah, you can't be a savage anymore.
No, you can't do that.
Because it's all about lattes and CrossFit and man buns now. That's where football's going. Paul Pogba, bigger star than, I don't know, Xavi. That's where we are.
Yeah.
He's a bit like,
Paul Pogba triggered me.
Oh, we'll talk about it.
I'm a 41-year-old man. I spend way too much time thinking about Paul Pogba.
What's up?
Man, I think, you know what? That captures Man United right now. Like, they want to love their club. They want to love their players. But I think Paulo is speaking. It is a fan base divided. I would say that's where United are. Even on Varane, I've seen, it was all Ramos, blah, blah, blah. It was what it was. Folks, that's what I think of what's happening right now. Remember, this is a brand new home, by the way. Boy, oh boy, does it feel good. It feels incredible. You can hashtag new set who dis. And that's this DIS because we cool on the streets. Yeah, I'm saying y'all. The MKT Show. Remember the podcast available wherever you get your podcasts. And if you are with us on YouTube, click like. If you don't like the content, dislike. Just engage with it. I like honesty. I don't like yes men and women around me. Folks, that was good stuff. Gentlemen, good stuff. Good stuff. Rio Ferdinand, you like him more than I do, but it was good stuff. And we'll talk a little bit more on the other side. Possibly the most disrespected human of all time? I don't know. Michael Phelps. We'll talk about him and much, much more. The MKT Show. See you in a bit. By 30, you got to know who do I need to stay away from? Who plays into my ego? Who serves me best? Both people, situations, and you got to put yourself in situations to not lose. It's tough to put yourself in situations to win all the time. But by 30, you figured out, hey, I lose in these situations. If I'm around these people, they appeal to my ego and I act a certain way. We've all had a girlfriend going, I don't like it when you hang around with so-and-so. What she's saying is you become a certain type of person. When the boys are around, she doesn't like to be around you. That's a real thing. You need to know that certain people trigger certain things in you. Folks, Eden Hazard is a generational talent. He is a generational talent. You don't have to like what I'm saying. It's true. The things he did at Chelsea, at Lille, generational. Insane. But this is what we do in life. And Chelsea, I do blame my beloved Chelsea for this. They let him get away with it for too long. Because we do this thing called production tolerance. Right? If you're producing, we'll let you get away with anything. Eden Hazard would be pitching up overweight for many seasons at Chelsea. At the beginning of the season, everywhere he's been, for the last 4 or 5 seasons, I'd look at Hazard and I'd go, is that guy powerful or is that Christmas pudding? He was always overweight at the beginning of the season. And he got away with it. And again, it's this new mindset of if I'm talented, they'll let me get away with it. It's the new mindset. The young kids, I work with young kids now, this is just what they think. They think they'll earn the respect just by pitching up. Welcome back to it, sports fans. It is the MKT Show. It's a Friday. I'm feeling phenomenal, as I've been saying. I don't have another word for it. I feel very good. Maybe I could just say that, because it's unreasonable to say it's the best day of my life. But I hope you're having the best day of your life wherever you are, with whoever is with you. Really looking forward to a great weekend. By the way, just want to get into something before we get into Michael Phelps. The Springboks are playing this weekend, and South Africa for the very first time is open in a while. Are you guys, Paulo, you guys getting back to, hey, what are we up to? Hey, guys, who's bringing the chops and the brewskis or not really? What's happening for you guys this weekend?
It's happening.
Oh, are you? Is it on?
It's happening. It has to. It has to.
Yeah?
You know what it is. You know South Africa only stands still. You know at 5 o'clock Saturday when the Springboks are playing.
Yeah.
No, you know you don't ask that question.
Yeah. Paulo, I mean, rugby. I'm not sure if it's a huge thing in your world, but
No, not too much. I mean, I can't say I would. My life comes to a standstill. But you know what? Like, what I've sort of been feeling lately, and I think we like look at South Africa in the context like, we're in a low place. Business is bad.
yeah.
I've always seen in my life when Springboks are doing well,
Yeah.
South Africa's doing well.
That's it.
And it's almost like you see the shops are busy, you see people are happy, people are smiling, and I suppose we need a good Springboks to be happy. So, I like it from that point of view. And I'm a kid of 95, you know what I mean? I was 15 years old in 95, 16 in 96, so I was really in that moment.
In the mix.
I sort of like grew up with that connection to, the
I hear you.
yes.
Yeah, let's have it out. But you know what it is the thing about the Springboks affect the economy, as you said, because if we win, awesome, we're getting hammered anyway. If we lose, terrible, we're getting hammered anyway. Like
And no bottle stores open tomorrow, so what are you going to do?
oh, you had to stock up. When do they
Or
close?
you go to
so-
bars.
go
Or
to
you can go to a bar.
Are bars open? So what is the story actually? Because I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but I don't drink, so I haven't really kept an eye on.
So it's Monday
what's
to
actually-
Thursday,
Yeah,
10 till 6.
10 a.m. till 6 p.m.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then
Apparently, like if you're out this weekend, it's just like be a bit careful because if you're part of the 50
Yeah.
people allowed in an establishment, the 50%, even if you were there first, if they come and you're over, you're getting a fine or in trouble. You're
What?
complicit. You're
I want to see
implicit,
them
yeah.
police that.
Well, that's the thing.
We're saying it as one thing, implementing it
No,
as
no,
another.
no. Okay, we can't live in this madness. I need to understand this. Now I came, hey, first date, swipe right
And you're
on
one of the
Tinder,
first.
blah, blah, blah.
You're right. You're one of the first.
We're just sitting, it's unbelievable. Let's go to a bar. Cool, let's go to that one. This is vibey. We get there. I'm one of the first 20 people in a bar. Let's say I can only take 100. I'm one of the first 50. I'm in there. The police come.
If
And
the
there's
bar's
120
overcapacity.
people now.
Oh, it's because of where you were at that. It's like
It doesn't. You're
part of that.
the group.
That's
You're-
craziness.
You're involved.
You're part
I
of
don't know.
that.
Is that the
It's
world we
unclear
live in?
It's unclear what the punishment is or what will actually happen.
Pass one, pass all.
Yeah.
That offends me more just as a bachelor. Like, I hate being accountable for anyone's actions
one.
than mine. Like everything's my fault. Like in that situation,
Wrong place, wrong time. Man.
so just don't go to a bar. Is what
Wrong
what
place,
they're
wrong
really
time.
saying is you're free as long as you're as free as we tell you. You're absolutely free to do what we tell you to do.
Well, that's
but,
where we are, right?
but I want to see them police it. No pun intended.
And it's South Africa.
I want to see them.
I mean,
police it.
South Africans. You can't even get South Africans to do the social distancing at Woolworths.
Yeah, exactly.
Forget about
Exactly,
but
you know what I mean?
we're gonna go to a bar. Oh, sorry, excuse me, Squire. There's 97 of us. Could we get rid of 3? Not gonna happen.
But totally unrelated. I mean, well, kind of related. But so they said like any establishment, right? So are they going to do it at churches as well? Because I want to see them go in a church and
Also
tell
on-
people that it's twofold. You can't come in.
Well, I mean, one rule for same rule for everybody.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
But I want to see them go do it. Go do it
Listen,
in a
I'm
church.
like, you know what? I'm like, do it, right? Honestly, I'm like, do it because I've got skin in the game on liquor stores, right? My family's in liquor business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, they've lost 5 weeks. 5
Yeah.
weeks they were closed.
Of income.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now why are they closed? Because people at bars and things like that are acting the bollocks. It's
Yeah.
not the guys buying from the bottle
Yeah.
store.
I'm with you.
So they're punishing everybody. So it's like,
Yes.
you know what? Then police it. Then police it properly.
Yeah.
And I don't even think the establishments will mind.
Yeah.
The establishment should police it because guess what? 5 weeks, guys. It's not fun.
Yeah, exactly. But also the thing is, you're right. You're totally right because you go there, right, and it kind of defeats the purpose because they all want us to stay at home, right?
Yes, basically.
So rather buy your bottles, buy your stuff at the liquor store, go home and drink it.
Yeah.
This thing of being out, what do they think is going to happen when people are out and they've been drinking?
That's what imagine the box win. And now it's...
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Like, there's also... We've lost revenue. You've put everyone in a terrible situation there. I'm the bar manager. Like, what do we do now? Have a counter at the door. And then now the box won. Oh, Oaks.
We want to come in here. No, you can't come.
I just saw Senzo and Craig in there,
Yeah.
bro. Oaks, we're coming round now.
Yeah.
Everywhere is chaos tomorrow. It's
Of
month
course.
end. Everyone's been paid.
Yeah.
Right? Haven't been out for a while, Springboks. Tomorrow is chaos. 3 weeks' time,
Yeah.
locked up again, my
You
friends.
reckon we
Because
back
they're
up
going, no,
Level 4.
because they're
Thank
gonna
you.
cry. They're gonna cry about road. Because what happens? People go out. They're gonna drink.
Yes.
Right. We're all climbed up in the same space, right?
Yes.
And then now it's time to go and people are what? They're too drunk to drive, drinking and driving.
Yeah.
Now the road deaths go up. Now people are at hospitals and stuff like that. They didn't think this one through.
Now
And then there's this whole looting spike that's happening now.
Yes,
You know,
yes,
this like
yes.
latent looting spike we're starting to see.
Oh my goodness! So they
Plus
don't know.
month end, always get unlocked month end. Box, it's a bit warmer.
Yeah,
Weather's
yeah, it
always
is.
been very cold. But
Guns
warmer.
are. I've seen guns already. Guns are
I'm
out.
telling you guys, we'll get a
We're
nice
back.
little lockdown before September.
This weekend,
Again.
no. Like this weekend is going to be sensational in South
ridiculous,
Africa
man.
because how we've been, pardon the pun, bottled up for how long?
Free
now?
at last.
Free at last. Free at last.
Free at last.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm like half vaxxed. I'm like, get me my second vax.
Yeah.
Because this is gonna be a nightmare.
No, guys are out here, especially now. Look, this is it's a bit of an awkward thing to have to discuss, but listen, the lads and lasses are going to get out there. People haven't seen each other.
They're gonna have it.
We know where that goes. They're going to be swapping saliva at restaurants or at pubs, especially if the Springboks win. We understand where that goes. What we got to ask ourselves, are the Springbok, are they super spread events? The Bok emblem now is a super spread event because...
This is a sports show after all. So, I mean... let's-
we have to address the whole thing is... Somebody has to ask, are the Springboks a super spread event?
Bok Saturday, man.
If the Boks win, all lose. There's going to be
pandemonium.
tons on tongues, just, you know.
But it doesn't just start at the box because you know it's a 2 o'clock event.
Oh,
regardless
you're
of kickoff,
You're
it's
right.
a 2 o'clock event.
Oh,
you're not
no.
gonna get in there at 5. You have to come in a bit hot. You have to come in a bit warm.
And
man.
you know what the pandemonium is?
Yeah.
It's actually not even that. Is we're going to get drunk and watch at home. When we win, I know I used to...
The floodgates are
Oaks,
open.
where are you?
Where we're having it.
Where are you?
We're having it.
Everyone's at my house. Pull in, we
pull
get an
in.
Uber. What's the big one?
Uber van.
Let's
For the
go.
boys.
And then what do you do about the 100 thing?
Now it's over.
Yeah, no, look, my man, has our former president been seen back in jail, by the way? I mean, we're going a bit off here because our guy now, Cyril, has a full weekend on. This weekend, he's going to earn every penny.
Oh, yeah,
There's all sorts
I'm sure he's
going on.
probably got like 2 power banks and saying, listen, this bad boy can't be dead this
With an
weekend.
iPad. Has he got a new one? Has he got a new one?
He did have a new one, though.
Oh, that's swag.
Yeah.
He needs the cover like President 1 or whatever, you know? The
President
iPad
one.
cover.
No, but somebody said his password was probably like 1, 2, 3, 4.
He should be doing face lock, though. Like,
Yeah, honestly, exactly. Face recognition, like.
yeah.
But that'd be tough. If you're the president in a pandemic, your face lock probably won't work after about 6 months. Can you imagine how his face has changed from the stress?
Oh yes.
From the stress,
Oh,
it's no
true
longer.
story.
Face starts here and it just keeps going Depressionville.
story.
Your phone goes, no, thank you. Don't
Totally
recognize that
unrelated.
face.
Speaking of Cyril, have you seen the video of him? Grasso Michelle comes to his house, right?
Yeah.
And Grasso's not wearing a mask.
Oh.
And she says, no, I'm not wearing a mask. Do you know what Cyril says?
Yeah.
No, it's fine, it's fine. So you can't tell us anything.
No,
Yeah.
no, guys are out here this weekend. The South Africans at the best of times are tough to handle. And
We don't like a rule.
we
don't like a rule.
how do we treat it? South Africans treat rules like a suggestion.
Yeah.
It's like, everything's just like a...
Stop sign should have a question mark. Stop.
So one of my friends who's was from the UK, she's like, I don't understand what alcohol has to do with coronavirus because like, if that had to happen in England, like I was like, listen, you live in a society where okay, not you so much, but like
Yeah.
people like from Germany and stuff, when they say they obey rules, so
Yes.
they're like, yeah. How do they take all your alcohol? We're like, you don't understand. We don't know how to behave ourselves.
Yeah.
Dude, I had a bottle store. I had a bottle store up until my 20s.
Yes.
We do not know how to handle alcohol across the spectrum.
Yeah.
Whether you're drinking Black Label Johnny Walker or
Yeah.
Black Label Carling.
Or you're black or you're
across
white or whatever.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We do not know how to drink in this country. We cannot handle it. And
Yeah.
you see it. I've seen people lying outside my bottle store in the days. I was like, I think he's dead.
Yeah.
Is he drunk? We used to play a game, Drunk or Dead.
Yeah.
And like staring at the guy like, on a hot, you know when you hit like October, November when it's hot.
Yeah.
And like guys are just, they're coming in and you would stand outside like, Drunk or Dead. Like what? Like, what's going on here? I'm telling you, across the board, no one knows how to drink in this country.
And you're so right. Like the Europeans don't know what to do when they get here because, you know, like a friend of mine, so I had friends here from Switzerland last year and we'd get to the traffic light and for them it's like, stop, look left and right. You know, whereas I'm just like, okay, well, not is the light red. So for them that matters. My mentality is, are there cars coming? No. And I look
slow
back
down.
I'm
What
like,
are you looking at? I slow down.
what? But then I forget that for them is somebody taught them that 1 is followed by 2, which is followed by 3. Whereas for us is, nah, man, the alphabet is a suggestion. If I want to put Z next to D, who the hell are you to tell me?
You must get to Europeans and taxi drivers. They're like, are they allowed to do that? You're like, hey, don't even forget about those guys. Those guys do their own thing. You just worry about what you're doing. Worry about what you're doing, because you're not going to tell that guy anything. Yeah, anything.
But have you seen how I don't know, Paul, if you've got family and friends from Europe, but it like offends them when people break rules. And my favorite is to watch European people when they're at like they don't know how to reason with it. You know, it's like you've broken a rule. How? Why would you do this? And I just watch them and I kind of you know when somebody melts inside and eventually they give up on themselves. It's one of my favorite things to watch my European friends do.
Do not throw European people off. Now, just now.
That's the one that gets them. What do you mean just now? Tell a Swiss person. Oaks, I'll be there.
Now.
Yeah.
And now could be in an hour and a half time.
And that's the thing. Like, listen, there are stereotypes. There's even levels, even within us as South Africans. It's like, you know, as black people, there's also, you know, my father as a Xhosa man used to say they never used to use clocks back in the day, even though he is maybe the most ridiculous person with time. It's just like when the sun comes up behind that mountain, I'll see you guys. You know, as black people, a watch is more a suggestion than...
no, it's just to look cool.
It's a thing, eh? I don't think
I've seen people with watches, what's the time? Cell phone out. I'm like, dog, left hand chief.
No, it's a suggestion.
Left hand chief.
That's exactly it. And the Europeans cannot.
My favorite is to actually watch South Africans who move to Australia.
Yes.
And they've been there a while and they come back here. They're like, I was like, well, what are you doing? You did this. What are you? And they're like,
oh, they're better than us now.
Oh, they're like, what are you doing? You're savage.
It's like people from Cape Town, though.
No, people in Cape Town.
It's true. It's like, how do you guys live like
this? Why are you guys so angry up here?
Yo, hey, Stephen, like...
You've only been at GCT for like 3 months, bro. Like, get over yourself.
But the Australia UCT guys, like, dude, Stephen van der Merwe, what are you talking about, bro? Acting like you're out here just being a latte guy full time. Relax, pal. We used to do this together. I want Basem Zans. So, you're not. Ultimately, South Africa's not for everyone. It's one thing I've realized.
No, but the thing is, South Africa is like...
It's not for everyone, Chief.
No, it isn't.
People must... You know what the problem is? Is they see the Cape Town mountains. That's the problem. Is that they think, oh, yes, look how cheap it is. And it looks like that. The thing is they don't realize as well, is Joburg is like a different country to maybe everywhere in the world.
Unhinged. Guy will do taxi driver one way. Stop hazards on.
Yeah. In the middle of the...
one way. The what? You wait a bit. I'm at work here, bro.
The biggest nanny state in the world, right? I was in Canada for like 7 months.
Yeah.
And for them, they are like the British are like South Africans compared to them, right? Like they are so placid. Yeah. Everything must be in place. Yeah. The form must be signed and ticked, and like it's painful for me. Like Canada's nice and it's beautiful and everything works and they've got that kind of part right, but they are maybe the most boring people in the world. And I bought like Canadian friends. They came and visited. I think they thought they were in a horror movie. Yeah. Like for them, this was living in a horror movie. I'm like, no, chief. Rest.
Do you know what South Africa's slogan is? Yeah. So wanapambi.
So, and there's no translation for that.
So wanapambi.
So wanapambi.
Yeah.
Oh, man, do I love that. All right, South Africa. Hey, Cyril, go earn that money, pal. This weekend ain't gonna be easy. Listen, some people might say Cyril deserves a bit more respect, but here's the truth. There's another person in the world who doesn't get enough respect. You know what? He's the only human being, and I want to talk a little bit about Michael Phelps. Because it's Olympic time now, right? And he's the only human being who's ever done this. He's got double figure gold medals. Not medals. Not medals. Hear me correctly now. Gold medals, double figures. That means more than 9, right? And you don't get them in halves. But he doesn't just have that. He's got 23 gold medals. It's so sickening because he's not only twice as good as the next person who's on 9, right? There's a couple of them on 9 gold medals. He's on 23. It's 9.5 times better than the next person. Nobody ever speaks of Michael Phelps. And I thought to myself as I was going through some of the Olympic catalogs, what is going on here? Because I keep hearing about Michael Jordan and LeBron James and now Bryce Harper and Derek Jeter in very, very parochial sports. Michael Phelps has gone to the world and said, let me show you something, Chief. This thing, by the way, I'm still convinced he was converted to a human fish at around the age of 15 when we first saw him in Sydney. But he's gone to the world and said, you've got no chance for the next 3 Olympics. Not like, let me let you in. Listen, he carried Ryan Lochte, who's been a guy, he carried him. He said, come with, pal. You might as well come with on this little thing called the Phelps train. 23 gold medals, 28 Olympic medals overall. Nobody has even double-figure gold medals. Guys, I don't understand the disrespect for this guy.
I'm going to get into Michael Phelps right now, my man. Like, the Baltimore Bullet. Guys, we need to respect that guy. So, listen. In 2004, so he went to his first Olympics when he was
15.
15. Sydney Olympics, right?
Torpedo.
Yeah, it was just for the Gears. Then he went to Athens because he tried to do the Mark Spitz thing twice.
Yeah.
So he said, I'm going to equal Mark Spitz. As a 19-year-old, 5 golds and 2 bronzes, right? Then he comes at 23. He says, listen, Beijing, here's 8 of the best. 8 of the best. He, for the one swimming championships, because there was that new arena, that arena costume where everybody was just obliterating a world record,
yes,
and it was illegal.
The shark one.
Yeah. He threatened to quit swimming because of that costume, because he said now the sport, like, still serving guys. Serving guys, 23 gold medals.
It's like, but I don't understand why, and is it a marketing thing? Like, because he's also a little bit maybe like wet blanket guy. It's tough to market him. He doesn't look like Brad Pitt.
No, it's not even about that. It's about it's the sport he's in.
But having said that, Ryan Lochte, I couldn't hear enough about him.
Yeah, but Ryan Lochte was showing up to you saw Ryan Lochte before swimming, you know, he's got the Beats by Dre, wearing the green and stuff sneakers. Michael Phelps would just come there with the slops and, you know, I just want to swim.
I'm a human fish, really. Get me back in the
yeah.
pool. My gills are struggling.
No, but they should, do you know when they got their chance? When he was out there at that party, at that frat party, and they saw him with the
bong.
With the cannabis, bro.
Yeah.
So they should have, I'm even calling it cannabis, you see. He probably calls it cannabis.
Yeah. Yeah, no, because you're in Phelps now.
Yeah, so like...
Paulo, your thoughts on this guy? Like, he doesn't get enough respect. Like, when I was looking at it, 23! South Africa's not going to get 23 gold medals. I don't think we've got them since 96.
We've got... I saw this table right now.
All right, how embarrassing is it that we're close?
Michael Phelps...
He's one person.
Listen, I respect...
Michael Phelps has got 3 less than South Africa. 3 less gold medals than South Africa in its entirety.
I respect anybody, any swimmer.
Yeah.
Because I got taught to swim, they tied a rope around me and they threw me in the pool. So anybody that can get from one side of the pool, like in any measure, like that guy's got my respect.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm saying, right? Yeah. It's a marketing thing, could be a marketing thing. He doesn't come across as like...
No. The wet blanket.
As a guy.
Wet blanket. Should be a programmer.
What does respect mean to you, though? I mean...
like... Why is he, whenever people, and not just talking heads, like I'm talking about sports aficionados, like in America, right? Why is it just Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan played in a time when the NBA wasn't even on TV outside of America. He took it global. It's like, what are you talking about? He's
not to be... Swimming's boring, though.
No.
Exactly.
No, fair.
I don't want to be there, but I mean, like...
Because look at it like this. Okay, Michael
You
Phelps...
can't sell shirts.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Right?
Bobbleheads. You should have sold the bobblehead.
Michael Phelps...
But a bobblehead that you
Michael
put in
Phelps,
like a fishbowl.
Michael Phelps looks like everybody that he...
competes
every
with
Joe
Schmo.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tiger Woods, he's got that X factor because also the skin color. That.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan plays a sport where everybody plays, but like as Paulo said, like what are you going to sell the kids?
Swimming, yeah. Like
what are you going to sell them?
Look, also the thing, you want to use Michael Jordan, right? Michael Jordan, like exactly, NBA was just a thing. It was basketball, it wasn't anything. Without Michael Jordan, NBA is probably Major League Baseball.
100%.
With that
100%.
profile, right?
Yeah.
When Michael Jordan came, and maybe this is the thing with Phelps, when Michael Jordan came to NBA, he played basketball not like anyone else was playing basketball.
100%. Yeah.
Larry Bird and Magic Johnson were playing a game.
Yeah.
And Dr. J and those guys that had been playing a game, Jordan came and changed that.
Yeah.
And nobody's actually fundamentally played how he played, right?
No. Kobe tried and it was a diluted...
All of them are playing a version of Michael Jordan's basketball.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan made his own basketball.
He did.
And he's the best closer we've ever seen.
But still, like, you know what my thing is? Swimming's boring and exclusive, right? Yeah. But NBA is the most exclusive sport maybe in the world. You have to have 8 guys on a roster, right? That are above 6'4", or you can't come in. So that is maybe the most exclusive sport on earth.
True.
Is not only is it like in America, you've got to be in what certain people trigger certain things in you. Folks, Eden Hazard is a generational talent. Insane. But this is what we do in life. And Chelsea, I do blame my beloved Chelsea for this. They let him get away with it for too long. Because we do this thing called production tolerance. Right? If you're producing, we'll let you get away with anything. I go, is that guy powerful or is he... And he got away with it. And again, it's this new mindset of if I'm talented, they'll let me get away with it. It's the new mindset. The young kids, I work with young kids now. This is just what they think. They think they'll earn the respect just by pitching up. Welcome back to it. There's 3 letters. It's the MKT Show. I need to stress this. By the way, I need to drive this home. How do I feel about having a show named after me? Unbelievable. Just so you know, because a lot of people think I'd probably, try and be humble about it. Is my problem's always been I'm too kind and I'm too nice. I'm too handsome and I'm too humble. So it feels unbelievable to have a show named after me. Possibly the most handsome, humble person in the world. You're saying that, not me. I'm not saying that. And I've got 2 very handsome gentlemen with me. I've got Senzo Stebe and Paulo Diaz. Paulo, Spanish guy, or Catalan guy, right? Pep Guardiola. Your thoughts on him, just in general? When I say the name Pep Guardiola, what comes to you?
Nicely shaped head.
That's.
I think I'm constantly looking at people's heads, right? Like head shapes.
Take me into it.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can shave your head. You got a nice head. I got a nice head, right? You look at some guys. You go, they shave their head. Oh,
nah.
There's like a light bulby thing.
Oh really?
Like I don't know. There's a dent. So Pep's got a good head, and I think that's a good start.
Jesus.
You got to start there. Beard game is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked early Pep the way he dressed versus tracksuit Pep. Now, some of those hoodies he wears, those things are a lot of dollars, a lot of monies, right? But you shouldn't be though. Like,
but he wears that. That's that organization.
It is though, but it's still a hoodie.
It's not him. No, I know what you
Can't they
mean.
make you like a something else?
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Wear a bracelet, like a little.
It's
like
Pep Guardiola. Make a 3-piece for your
Pep.
charity.
You know what I'm saying? You're Pep. You're better than that though. But as a manager, we're just saying before, Pep is so stressed. This guy's managed Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Man City. Huge pressure, but success.
Yeah.
Like he does not know failure, this guy. And he's like a mess.
Yeah.
Doesn't eat, Steve Jobs vibe, super skinny.
On the verge of a nervous breakdown.
Imagine that guy managing Fulham. Like, what a nightmare that would happen, right?
Yeah.
What an absolute mess. So
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
And you're like, just like, and you hate yourself for it, but you can't take your eyes off the TV because what they do.
Yeah.
Like, and you just see Pep, and it's just like,
yeah.
He's out there.
He's it. Especially in the modern day, because you can put him on the gram, like you said. Paolo, I hadn't really thought of him. Now, Paolo, let's quickly address it. As myself, as a man who likes to go clean shaven, you've got, whether it's optional or just realize that now.
No. That guy's too.
Nah, he's clean.
No, that guy's like.
It's not
different.
you.
I'm pinkish. I've got this like hue.
Yeah.
He's like.
Okay, so it's not any bias because of you guys
Pep,
looking exactly the same.
Do you know women watch football for that guy?
For Pep Guardiola?
No, because they like.
I don't think anymore. I don't think anymore. It's that tracksuit top.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Top.
Yeah, because he used to. What did he used to say? He used to say like that in his book. He said, everything else is the practice. It's like a theatre for him. It's a concert. Football is a concert. Yeah. And he says he loves going to the theatre because you are celebrating the artist. So he said the game means that much to him. That's why he dressed like that. What happened? Because Scott Parker's blew past him. I mean, listen, I'm not even going to get to Mancini. Let's not be silly.
No, but the thing is,
Mancini swag of all time.
You saw Pep stop wearing suits, and then he stopped winning the Champions League. So it's not casual.
At that rate.
What is smart casual, guys?
It's Pep Guardiola not winning.
No, but what is smart casual like as a dress code?
All right, we've returned. Welcome back to it. I liked the movie Gremlins. I really, really liked the movie Gremlins. But we had the kind of Gremlins you don't want. Good movie, by the way. Considering when it was out, good movie, solid movie. But those same Gremlins came into our technical systems, but we are back. Hopefully you can see me in living color. Probably bad news for some people, I would imagine. I look at this face every single day. You only get to look at it for 2 hours. So shout out to you if you're braving that whole situation. And thanks for being patient if you're back with us on the tubes. We are fully fledged and back. Paolo, you're an aficionado of film and music. Gremlins. Give me your take immediately.
One of the iconic movies of the 80s, early sci-fi, making sci-fi popular. Mowgli.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, Mowgli. That's Jungle Book.
That's Jungle Book, Mogwai.
Yeah.
Because what I was thinking about, right, is Gremlins. You know they had a rule. There were rules on Gremlins.
Yes.
No bright lights. Don't get them wet.
Don't feed them after whatever.
Okay, don't feed them after midnight.
Yes.
It's technically always after midnight. When do
Yeah.
you feed them again?
No, it's true. It's true. It's always
after
after
midnight.
midnight's
yeah.
pretty consistent like that. This is what Paolo will give
This is
you.
what I'm saying.
An aficionado of
CNC,
content.
you've inceptioned me.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
That's deep.
It's always after midnight.
It's at all times. Midnight has happened
No,
just
that's,
before
that's
you.
what I'm saying.
that's a hot one.
That's why they got so angry.
No, that's true. That's true. There was actually no winning. Don't know who wrote that. Don't know who approved the script in the end.
So you have to
Sloppy.
hit them 12 on the dot every day.
Yeah. No. You just that's it. You've always got to have like drip feeding them, and at 12 release it, bang, for that millisecond.
I don't know the way around it. You study chemistry.
I did. I did.
I don't know the way around it.
Man, that's good stuff.
It's a
All right,
mess. It's a
listen. Speaking of a genius, Kremlin's great film. Pep. I just want to finish off on that because I wanted to kind of get to his legacy, which is really what I'm interested in because sport is a legacy thing. You know, life. I'm not really into legacy in life, but sport is. We can catalog it and measure it. Is the Man City thing? Is the legacy Barcelona levels because he came and dominated England like nobody said, or does the money thing kind of dilute it?
He's got to win a Champions
League, that's what I was saying.
Whatever it is. Everyone's spending money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
It's
the
the
thing.
Champions League thing. That's what
He's gotta
also
win it.
because that's what also diluted his Bayern legacy. It's the fact that he wasn't able, to
So he didn't do it, eh?
didn't bring them the Champions League.
Because
Especially considering lesser coaches than him
Yes.
won the Champions League with Bayern.
Roberto Di Matteo.
No,
at
but
Bayern.
at
you know.
Bayern.
Oh, I see
also-
what you're saying.
you know what I mean?
Hansi Flick.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
also since he's done it, right? Zidane said, "Let me show you how to repeat."
Yeah. Yeah, that is, and with money, so
Yeah.
he doesn't have the money excuse anymore. Is because an interesting thing will be in the Champions League or in the EPL, right? Is that for me, it's obviously Sir Alex on his own. It's Jose, and then Pep's still only got 3 titles. It's like, how does he separate himself from Jose?
Has Pep defended? Has he
He did, yeah. They went
he's
2 in a
done
row
two.
and
Yeah,
then lost.
it's in a row. You see,
Yeah.
he went 100 in there, and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so because I think Jose still pips him for his legacy in Europe. Liverpool cheated him, or you could say at best they're equal, 3 titles each. And for me, this matters. Jose did it with Sir Alex in town. That's always I think going to tip it that way for me. If he wins another title, do you put him above Jose, or do you guys think Wenger's better? Who would you take? Okay, let's do it this way: Jose, Wenger in the Premier League. Who's the guy for second place? Because they're all fighting for second place.
Oh, it's hard, eh?
It's a tough one, eh?
But do you know what the thing is? Wenger might have the invincible thing on him.
So and he's
And,
got what?
and he's done 2 doubles.
And he's got
Wenger's
the
done-
3 titles, eh?
Yeah.
And to be honest, you'll always have, like I say, everyone spends money.
Yeah.
You'll always have money around Jose.
Yeah.
Because it was the Abramovich first wave sort of thing, where Wenger, not like he did it for free.
Yeah.
But
He did it the Arsenal way.
He did it without money. He did it with finding untapped players.
Yeah.
So you reckon Sir Alex, Wenger still... Where does Pep measure up to Wenger, though? Now with what he's done, 100 points, break the record,
You know the thing with-
unstoppable record.
Unfortunately, people aren't going to like it. City are a small club.
Yeah.
They're not.
No,
they've
they-
never been this popular.
Yeah,
club.
yeah,
10
yeah.
years ago, they were in the. Was it 10 years ago? They
Championship
were.
Well,
or
yeah.
something.
You know?
Well,
They
I
were,
mean,
yes.
Yeah, championship.
Yeah, whenever it was, recently.
Okay, yeah.
Late noughties.
Yeah, late noughties, more
Yeah.
than that. Look, the money thing is like one thing, like with the Harry Kane story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Jack Reed. Where's City going to spend 160 million on a player? They just don't do it.
Yeah.
Pep doesn't take a Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if he goes, can I make him better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jack Grealish, he takes Jack Grealish to another level.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mahrez, he took to another level.
level.
Sterling, he took to another level.
yeah.
You know?
De Bruyne.
De Bruyne, does he take... And that's what I admire about Pep.
Yeah.
He's got all the money. He could go buy Mbappe. No problem. If he has to walk in and say, I want Mbappe,
Yeah.
they'll get it. They'll get it for him.
They'll make it
Or
work.
maybe he goes, I don't know. I don't get... I'd rather make Sterling or Grealish. I'd
Yeah.
rather make Grealish better.
Sterling was always decent, and then he got to City, and then he just put
Well,
him.
that first season
Well,
was
with
silly.
Pep, he just went...
went-
That
He
first
elevated
title,
another-
Sterling was silly. That was crazy. I mean, he's reverted back to normal now. I think Pep's probably had enough. Yeah, it's a
That's
tough
where I
one.
admire Pep, because I go, you could have spent all the money. You could have had it all.
Yeah.
You spend what you want, but you don't. You going, You're spending fair, and you're taking that player that you go, can I make him better? And every player, even Zinchenko, you look at Zinchenko.
It's unbelievable.
I even see Zinchenko, guys. Joao Cancelo, that guy plays false too.
You know my feelings on Joao Cancelo. I don't know why he doesn't get respect. He's the most complete thing since I've seen.
He plays a false too.
Well, exactly. And Pep did that.
Yeah.
I've seen Joao Cancelo from when he was a youngster. Benfica played 1 or 2 games.
Yeah.
He's bouncing around at Valencia, bouncing into Milan. He was a right back. He was okay. He was Diego Dallo. That's what he was. Honestly, that's what he was.
With a functional Achilles, though. Yeah.
Skill level. And then Pep just went, you know what? There's something in you. I'm going to make you this, not just a better fullback. I'll make you an amazing footballer.
Yeah, he's a complete guy. But Paulo, you know my thoughts on that
Portugal
guy.
got further in the Euro with Joao Cancelo there.
Well said.
Simple.
I love that guy.
Simple.
I absolutely love him. So Legacy has to win Champions League in order to be a success.
With this treble, they've got such an obsession with it.
The local treble.
Yeah.
Or you mean the proper treble?
The proper treble. They put too much.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Too much emphasis on it. So I think if you gave
Champions League is fine.
He'll take it.
All right.
I want to say something though.
We're gonna have to go, Paulo. I can't let you say.
Because of City's size.
Yeah.
Pep's constant failure in Europe. At any other club,
isn't that bad?
The pressure's on it.
Yeah, it's like because he's the guy. He's
at United, Chelsea, maybe even Liverpool. This constant failure in Europe with what you have, he's under huge pressure.
Well
because
said.
City fans have this thing, they don't like UEFA.
Yeah.
They've been banned. They're not this massive club that demands it.
Man United is.
Pep doesn't get away with year after year after year without major pressure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Good point. We'll finish off on that. I think that is a good point, and that does matter. Listen, the environments you work in is you make mistakes at a smaller mid-level bank, no problem. You make a mistake at HSBC, as Paulo said. Listen, don't even come fetch your stuff. We'll send it to you. So it matters. It matters where you're working. Pep, the legacy is interesting for me. So we'll see how that works out. Man, having football back, it is everything. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, you're so lonely," and I'm not lonely. I've got the English Premier League. Get the hell out of my face. I'm really looking forward to that. Pep Guardiola, the legacy. Love to know what you guys think. Leave your comments on YouTube or at Cliffsy Sport on Twitter. Hashtag new set who dis. That is the hashtag. On the other side, what the young kids call the socials. We'll get into that and a few questions. This is the MKT Show. See you in a bit. Part of that great Porto team at number 2, Ricardo Recky Carvalho. Superb hair as well. Superb hair. The complete defender. And an absolute monster coming out from the back. At number 1, I don't think it's... everyone knows who it is. But he's the most professional player of all time. Everything about him screams professional. This is how to take all of your ability and ensure that you leave nothing. Leo Messi is not a role model. Nobody can be Leo Messi again. Nobody can be Messi. Ronaldo is a role model. All work, all attention to detail, good decisions, seeking mentorship. He learned at Manchester United how to be the guy. He chose his agent cleverly. He made his business moves brilliantly. He's the most professional player football has ever had. He's the best player at Manchester United. He's the best player Man United have ever had. He's the best player Real Madrid have ever had. I don't know how many people can say that in any business in the world. I don't know if anybody goes from HSBC and goes to Merrill Lynch and is the best employee they've ever had at both. That is sensational. That is sensational. You don't believe me, folks? They still sing it at the Stretford end. The MKT Show. I hope you're having a great Friday because I know I am. I'm looking forward to sort of getting out there, watching the ruggers. If you're not South African, here in South Africa, we don't say, I am going to watch the rugby with my friends. That's not how we do it. Oaks are going to watch the ruggers. Oaks are jawling out here. I'm going to go watch the ruggers with the boys. Maybe we'll have a few wetties, as they say. Now, that's not what you think it is. It's our version of, something light brown and foamy at the top. Yeah, I'm saying. Senzo.
Bok Saturday, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Bok Saturday.
Oh, you know what's happening this weekend? Let me tell you everything that's happening.
Tell us.
Oaks, listen. Get Sally to make kind of that sort of beetroot, I don't know what her mom's recipe is. Yeah. She'll bring that. I'll bring the meat. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everyone's got to bring a bit of... Oaks, come come at like 2.
Sure.
We actually have someone coming to do the yard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's been a while, like, so you get the pool right.
Yeah.
And we'll turn the jacuzzi on. That's what's happening. Those phone calls are happening right now on somebody else's dime. Because Oaks are making plans right now at work, by the way. If you are a
Exactly.
boss. Yeah, that's happening right now.
No serious email is being sent right now.
Well, forget it. Well, what time is it in South Africa right now?
It's 25 to 2.
It's after midday. Forget it. Everything now is about planning the transport to go and maybe watch on someone's farm. That's what's happening.
Everyone's Zoom call and Teams meeting, no cameras are on.
Yeah.
Everyone's cameras off because they're WhatsApping, they're dropping pins.
Yeah.
Because you know what else happens? Like, especially if you're sort of between 18 and 23 and your parents, it's the first weekend where they can travel out of our province, is that they cancel their travel plans and now everyone is going to go watch at Steve's place. Guys right now at their first job are organized, guys, my parents are staying. We can't do it at my house.
Bro.
We're like,
book a table for 30 days.
Yeah. Don't you know Michael, the manager at, Fratelli's or whatever? That's well
the
said.
Big screen, eh?
That's
so
what's happening.
we get there at 2.
Yeah.
2. So, book it for 2, eh?
Yeah, and can one of you just get to hold the table? Those conversations
happening right now.
I'll just let you into what's happening in South Africa right now.
Going on, yeah.
Shout out the Springboks. Senzo, young people say the socials. What you got for me from social media, pal?
So, tweet from the socials. Says Christian Eriksen will be making his return.
It's fine, it seems.
He's not dead.
Yeah. Like,
or debilitated as a human being. Like he's...
So why did we have to make the whole of the Euros about him? I know, like,
I didn't.
Is it a hot take, Paulo? Is it a hot take for me to say, why did we make the Euros about him? He's fine.
You know what? It's actually broadened out into... Okay, here's a generational thing. I don't know what it is. I don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to say this, right? Mm-hmm. Is that we're soft, right? Our society, this is what happens when a generation of participation trophies are now your sportsmen and your sports fans, right?
Yes.
And you're seeing it in the Olympics now. And you're seeing people who quit during the Olympics being lauded. You're seeing...
But everybody's
people
PC now.
Exactly. It's about what... Eriksen went down this and it was terrible. That was horrible, and thank God he's okay. But the commentators kept going, the long-term effect on his teammates. It's like, what long-term effect? If you're listen, that's horrible. You don't want to see that.
Yes.
But it happens, right?
Yes.
If he's fine as a teammate, I'm not actually going to have that.
But
maybe every time someone goes down, I'm like, ooh, okay.
Do you know what it's like?
He's fine. The guy's fine.
Do you know what I equate it to? I was having this conversation with somebody. I was like, it's like seeing a car accident, right?
Yeah.
And being like, geez, I'm never going to drive again.
Yeah. No, the guy is fine. Okay, so we can move on from that.
Do you know who he needs? In The Hangover,
yes.
Mr. Chow, did you die?
Yeah.
But did you die?
No, it's. I don't think it's insensitive to say he is fine. Can we move on?
And it's awesome. Listen, he's a fantastic player. You know what we're going to get into a thing now is nobody will ever be able to say anything about the way he plays again.
100%.
Right? He's now got a pass.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. He can stink up the place.
Yeah. It's a miracle that he's playing.
That he even can kick a ball.
Is he perhaps Jesus reincarnate? Maybe Jesus has come back for the third time.
And it's not his fault. It's just the narrative around this sort of like, I don't know, oversensitive sports culture and commentary that we have.
No. Sorry, I have to end that. Just let me address this. Excuse me, society. Christian Eriksen is fine. Stop trying to stuff the story down my throat. He's a good footballer and he is fine. Stop trying to seem like good people. He's fine. Christian Eriksen's fine. We can address that. What is he doing at Inter? At Inter?
So they're going to have a couple of tests on him to see can he continue playing.
Oh, because the Serie A said get the hell out of here.
Yeah, but I think it's an indemnity thing on their part because also Serie A, the guap is not there so much because now if something happens to him and he's your employee and something happens to him while he's at work.
Yes. Yeah, and also then the social media gets on you.
Yeah, social media gets on you.
Also the thing is, what things like this need to highlight and bring out is that, okay, are there tests and protocols and things that we can now put in place that this doesn't happen again?
Yeah.
Right? So there was a spate of like early 2000s footballers, Miklos Ferrer,
Muamba,
Mark Vivian
Foe, this was happening. And then they made the tests for heart attacks and heart conditions more stringent. So that was great. And then now there's this pilot program about footballers can't header in training.
I saw that.
Right? Premier League footballers there's a limited amount of headers they can do in training now.
Really?
Yeah.
So this is new. So it's a pilot thing now. I don't know if you want to talk about it, but it just goes, what good. So stop shoving the narrative of Christian Eriksen down the throat and go, what are the tests and balances? What equipment needs to be at every stadium now?
Sure.
What equipment needs to be at every football training ground now? Do we not take? And that's what should come out of it. Don't go, oh, Eriksen, cool, fine. But what do we learn and let's apply that? Because then otherwise him going down is a waste. It was a waste.
That's it. No, listen. And the Tottenham, I thought the Tottenham doctor said it best, right? The head doctor at Tottenham was, this actually does happen all the time. His murmur is so faint, even with the best technology. And what I thought was interesting from that interview, which nobody will ever talk about, was he said, by the way, this does happen all the time. He said, I believe it was 1 in 50 is missed or something like that. Maybe it was a bit more than that, but I think I remember 1 in 50. That this happens when the murmur is so quiet. That a guy like Eriksen apparently he's a marquee player. He will be tested
constantly
all the time.
I have a murmur.
Listen, shout out to him, dude. You're back with football. Inter Milan, obviously trying to defend the title with no manager still. See how that goes.
Isn't Inzaghi there?
Did they give him the job? Simeone.
Yes.
That's a joke.
Yes.
Yeah. And from... Okay, anyway, Serie A doesn't deserve my time. Well, shout out to Christian Eriksen, though. Welcome back to football, but you're fine. Let's
another
move
thing,
on.
this is more of a fun thing. United fans should enjoy this. Yesterday, Paul Pogba posted a photo with David Beckham on the socials. It drove Paolo crazy.
Goodness.
Paul Pogba, I think he's playing Where in the World is Paul Pogba, like Where in the World is Carmen San Diego.
I got you.
Yeah, so, there he is with David Beckham. David Beckham looking like Justin Bieber in that photo.
Now, Paolo, your face is telling me everything.
Where's you did a thing where you looked at a camera. Where's my one?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Strap yourself in, kids.
No, Paolo just closed his eyes. He did the, oh my word, look.
Fun.
Go for it, Paolo.
What's our time here? Let me check our time.
No, you go for it, Paolo.
Okay. You're at a point as a United fan. Where are you with Pogba? Do you care?
Look, if he doesn't want to be there, for me, he's 70% out the door. I'm like, okay, cool, let him go, let him go do his thing.
That's the thing, right? That's where United fans are with him now. We're just like, if he goes, he goes. If he stays, he stays. Whatever. We are so indifferent to this guy, right? Okay. The first thing we said when I saw this thing, I put a message out. Goes, you know what the thing is though? Optics, Paul Pogba, is that you went out of the Euro round of 16.
Yeah.
Okay. So did Ronaldo. Ronaldo's back at training. Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
Okay, he's not back at training, but he's in Portugal on holiday training at Boavista at his first club.
But he was there at Old Trafford watching the game, the preseason game.
Okay, right. So Bruno Fernandes is back, right?
Yeah.
David De Gea. Okay, yes, second choice goalkeeper, didn't play, but went deep in the Euros.
Yeah.
Day one, he was back. And this is a guy who got time off to spend time. I think there's complications with the birth of one of his
baby, yeah.
Right? All due his time off, doesn't take it off. You said Kai Havertz, Timo Werner, same round, back in training.
Yeah.
Okay? Players deserve their holidays, don't get me wrong. Paul Pogba is still messing around on holiday, what, right? You didn't have the best Euro. You were the totem of a team that flopped.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I was being told before the Euro, France's second team will win the Euro.
Yeah.
That's how good they are.
Yeah.
What did Pogba, right, you scored a goal here, but you always do that. You always have a moment. You're a highlights player.
Yes.
You led a team to 2 draws, 1 win, and a loss to Switzerland, right?
Mm-hmm. After being 3-1 up.
After being 3-1 up. This is Pogba. This is what you come off. And not only that, you get named as a guy who's a split in this dressing room.
Yes.
Named.
Yeah.
Named.
He knows what people think of him.
Rabiot's mother is saying it's you, your mother, right? So you don't come covered in glory from France. Your club fans are indifferent to you, right? You're not the leader of Manchester United. There just happens to be a kid born in Manchester who's feeding England.
Yeah.
He's the guy.
He is the guy.
You will never be the guy compared to that.
100%.
Okay?
Yeah.
Forget it. There's no market for you. Even if you're on, who's buying you?
At £500,000 a week for the 50 million I'm going to have to pay.
Your market, Real Madrid, if they do have money, it's all going to go in
Mbappe.
They will play
Yeah.
under 17s in defense if they have to get Mbappe.
For sure.
Yeah.
Barcelona, don't go. That's a mess. Messi's going to be played. They're going to play Messi for 3 years after he leaves Barcelona.
Yeah.
Even if he's playing for someone else. That's the deal, right? So Barcelona's a mess. Juventus, Juventus normally don't make bad moves. The Super League thing was a bad call. And I think they've gone, you know what? Look what happens when you go back.
Yeah.
He went back to United, didn't work. Do we take him back?
Yeah.
PSG, maybe there's a market. The second you're linked to them, the fans show up with a banner that says, listen to your mother, don't come to this club.
Yeah.
Because his mother said,
Yeah.
my mother told me never play for. If I ever play in France, I must go back to Marseille.
Yeah.
They're saying, listen to your mother, don't come here. So there's no market for you,
PSG
right?
was,
So there's 4 clubs. No, there's no market for you.
No.
Your club, indifferent. Nobody cares if you go. You're a great relief to everyone. Optically, should you be doing that, right? Paul Pogba. Sorry, I'm not done. Sorry.
No, go for
Go
it.
ahead. Yeah.
And then I go with this thing with Paul Pogba on professionalism, right? What is this guy's legacy? Because somebody at some point needs to go to Pogba. You know what, guy? Here's your birth certificate, 28, not 23.
Yeah.
28, yeah.
Right? I don't know what went on in that generation that Pogba came through at United. Lingard, Ravel, Morrison, Pogba. They got Peter Pan thing. I don't know what was in the
Yeah.
supplements they're giving them.
Yeah.
You're 28. What is your
You
legacy,
see, at
guy?
United.
You've got a World Cup, right? Steven Givash, Kleberson have World Cup titles. I'm not
That's
taking
true.
it away. No Champions League, no Premier League.
Yeah.
What is no individual trophies even? It's not
Yeah.
like this guy's being hampered by a team.
He's always the bridesmaid.
Right?
He's always the bride. He's played in every major World Cup, every major final in Europe, but like he's
the bridesmaid.
He's the bridesmaid, yeah.
Right? What is your legacy and what do you want? But Pogba doesn't do that. Jack Grealish is unprofessional, gets drunk, goes on Snapchat, crashes a Lamborghini,
Yep.
nitrous. That's unprofessional.
Neymar.
Pogba is the most unprofessional player in this game.
Yeah.
He's got no respect for his teammates. He's got no respect for any club he plays for. He walked out of Juventus.
Yep.
He walked out of United.
Yep.
He walked out of United again. He's got no respect for France.
Yep.
This guy does not respect his game. I'm sorry, that's the conclusion I've come to. I'm 41 years old. I think too much about Paul Pogba. I've got a family, I've got a job. I think of Pogba once a day.
This is your.
Yeah, but my thing is,
I'm enough of Pogba.
It's infiltrating your marriage now.
God,
Well, why
my
are you
thing
saying
is,
Paul
my thing-
Pogba at 2 a.m. to your lady?
Do you know what the thing is? You can ask Mbule. For me, I'm like,
Oh, that's
like I love Paul Pogba as Italian stuff, but like the thing is, I'm tired of making excuses for him. The thing is,
it.
because like the thing is, I mean, now, I said, like, I'm hoping that he stays, but I'm like, you know, if he leaves, that's a blemish on his thing, because your legacy at United, right? You failed twice at United. You failed twice.
Yeah. Ultimately, I mean,
You failed twice. You didn't
Yeah.
bring the league.
Yeah.
They brought you back and you didn't deliver.
yeah.
Not even close. Not even close.
Yeah, no, it's you know what the thing is about Paul Pogba. I think he's a victim again. We live in the Instagram society, right? For me, he's actually in some sense, and you know, I don't feel much for that personality type. Is that like if you're going to be that guy, expect people not to like you. Like, please don't play the victim now, Paul Pogba. It's so hard for me. No. If you're going to be swag guy, be swag guy, but expect the feedback, right?
And in truth, he doesn't. He doesn't play victim.
Yeah.
He doesn't play anything.
Yeah.
That's even more irritating. It's even more irritating.
But like the thing is, for me as well, be self-aware. Look, I don't care
That's
what
it.
you.
No,
I don't
but
care
hold
what
on. I want to stop you there. At 19, when you leave Manchester United to go to Juventus, you tell me you're not self-aware.
No,
Like,
so not leave. Key thing here.
Pause.
You said Jaap Stam there earlier.
Yeah.
Ferguson has never been wrong about a player. He's only admitted Jaap Stam was the only one I shouldn't have let go.
Yeah.
Keane, Beckham, Hughes, Ince. Ferguson was never, even Ronaldo. Ronaldo went when Ferguson decided.
100%.
Not when Ferguson let Pogba go.
Yeah, you know what? At 19,
says everything.
Yeah, and at 19, it's always something I say. It's a character thing, and unfortunately, I don't. You know, the tragic thing for people to hear is that at 7 years old, you are who you are. And I know a lot of people say people change. People don't change. Paul Pogba showed you who he was, and you know what? The worst thing ever happened. He got paid. When you pay somebody, you're affirming their behavior. When he left Man United and Juventus paid him, and then United signed him back, it is on United to go, what are you doing? Because you know what? I've got a trauma story of, you know when people break up with somebody and then they tell you it's over, but no, never again. That chick's crazy, bro. 2 weeks
Next
later,
week at Rockets.
She's there.
who walks in with him?
Yeah.
And Man United did that, right? You knew what he was because Fergie told you. What were you doing? Waiting for Fergie to walk out the door so you can...
So you can go. But my thing is, I'll say this now. I don't care as a footballer or sportsman what you do in your personal life. But like self-aware, we can't be losing 3-0. Now you out there, you know,
Yeah.
living it up. It's swag now.
Yeah.
It's all good. But you're falling apart at your job.
I don't think Pogba cares. It's got to a point where I don't, and not about he just doesn't take his career seriously.
I totally listen.
He will regret. Maybe
You've
he
nailed
won't.
it.
Maybe he won't.
No,
Who
you know
knows?
what? You've nailed it. Is that at the very least, he cares as much about his image as at football, right? Is that they are both equally as important, and you can't be great like that. I'm sorry, you cannot.
But my thing is right. What brings? Do you know who's got the balance properly? Cristiano Ronaldo.
No, but that's a unicorn.
No, but I'm just saying, because the thing is, like, look, people are aware of what drives the sponsorships and stuff. If I do well here, then it opens up the door to these things. So, like,
it's insulting for me to put Pogba, and I know you weren't doing this. You shouldn't mention Pogba next to Ronaldo, because for Ronaldo, it's always been the rest will be piled on top of this. For Pogba at 19, when you think you're going to sulk because Paul Scholes has been brought out of retirement and huff and puff, and I leave because of that.
But the most telling thing was that game. I remember watching that game. It was the Blackburn game. United were decimated with injuries. We're done. There was no one. Pogba was available, 19 years old. Ferguson played Raphael in midfield. And that's where Pogba says, that's when I decide I'm out. But Ferguson decided, no. I'm going to show you. Ferguson gave him a message that day. And what is the guy message? Well, I'm gone. I'm going to walk out of here.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk out of here.
Doesn't want to stay and fight. Yeah.
And that told you everything.
Ferguson was saying, fight.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
No.
Look what I've just done. I've just put a middling right back in centre midfield.
I'm sure.
Prove me wrong.
You know what, Paulo, you're right. It's our fault, because what Paul Pogba was telling you then is players know how good they are. Let me tell you something. All this tells me is Paul Pogba's not as good as people think he is. He's not. It's like the Instagram stuff's cool, whatever. Is to be great, you need to be that guy.
But I hope Beckham sat him down and actually spoke to him, because because Beckham regrets it. He regrets the way he left United. Yeah, he regrets it. He says, like, if I could do things like, I'm not saying I don't love my wife, but like I wouldn't have. You know what I mean?
It's too late.
We'd love to think that.
No, he wouldn't listen.
He wouldn't listen.
No, because
tell me, cool.
Let me tell you, I know men.
Phil Neville's in there, model pro. Phil Neville's his buddy.
Yeah. No, forget the problem with men, and I can't speak for women, but I can speak for men. Is that once you've paid me, men are creature animals.
No one's gonna tell me.
Pogba's been paid now.
Yeah.
He's been. So there's who's gonna tell him what? Because you know, especially sort of entertainers, is like, I got here.
Not you.
Like, so I'm here. There are very few people who are Paul Pogba in the world. From the image side, there are very few. Unless Tiger Woods goes and actually sits him down, who could speak to Paul Pogba? You paid him. You affirmed the ego, and once you've paid a man, they're unleashed.
Yeah.
And he's unleashed now, and it's all kind of spewing out. But you kind of need to look in the.
But he manages it well, though.
Yeah.
He manages it so well. He's there. He does what he's supposed to do. He doesn't. Not like Lukaku sitting there sulking on an exercise bike. Pogba will never do that.
No. Yeah.
Because he knows. The guy's been in the game. He was born in the game, right?
Yeah.
He will never. And I think that's more infuriating, because he never gives a reason.
Yeah, he's not like a horrendous human being, kind of.
He doesn't show up overweight, right?
No, he doesn't.
So you can go, you're overweight, get out. No, show up.
I'm good. Okay, sure.
Fighting fit.
Yeah.
Because the genetic lottery, right? Fighting fit. Oh, Pogba was so angry. I promise you, I'm so angry with him.
41
years hold on. That look.
I edit Pogba to make 2 Freds, and I put Fred in.
That's how we're gonna end it. It's been an incredible week. You know, what person can't be happy that their weekend is going to end like that for United fans and the Springboks are playing tomorrow? You'd have to be very, very unhappy in your personal life. Ladies and gentlemen, to those that have supported us, it's been the first day. Where's James? James is a technical guru now, and always has been, actually. I mean, he's got to make sure the show looks good, it feels good. I feel good because James is actually with the technical guys. Now, there was some espionage yesterday. There's a little bit of sort of sabotage from people who I thought actually liked me, but whatever, you know. Nobody gave me a compliment, and a lot of sabotage from the guys in the back. But to everybody that's in here, to everybody at home, the MKT Show will ensure that we deliver the best content, firstly in South Africa, and now, of course, we will compete with the world. There's so much more coming up next week, ladies and gentlemen. Looking forward to giving you all of that. This, for this week, ladies and gentlemen, has been the MKT Show. I am MKT, and to those of you at home, please be safe, stay loved, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you next week. For now, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your weekend. We are the hell out of here.